Hello everyone, I'm Harry, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do another how to sound like video, so we're going to try and get the tones on the classic song by the Strokes, Reptilia. So on first listen, this sounds like quite a simple one to do really. You've just got Albert's parts and Nick Valenci's parts. Obviously we need a Strat for Albert Hammond Jr.'s parts and a semi-hollow type guitar for Nick Valenci's, because he does use an Epiphone with Riviera I think, and it has P94 pickups in, which if you don't know are kind of like humbucker sized P90 style pickups. Having those pickups in combination with a semi-hollow guitar really does lend to his unique tone. So the Strat I'm going to be using today is my Macmull S Classic, and then for Nick Valenci's parts I'm going to be using my 1958 reissue ES335. That's all running into my old silver-face twin reverb, and that's being recorded by the Lewitt LCT 640TS condenser microphone. So I should say I managed to find a multi-track online of this, so I was able to have the original drums, bass and vocals, but remove the guitar parts and put mine in. This always makes it a little bit easier to nail the tone because I can isolate the guitar parts and try and get closer that way. So both of the guitarists are very well known in this era specifically for using old Fender Hot Rod DeVille amps and the visual sound Jekyll and Hyde pedal. But I'm going to do all the parts in this with something different. We're actually going to use the Cerebus by Anasounds, which truly is kind of like a Swiss Army knife overdrive pedal. This is why I chose it, because it really is flexible and allows me to get really close to the original distortion / overdrive tones. So I recently did a full demo of the Cerebus by Anasounds with a produced track tested with loads of different guitars. So if you'd like to see that, there'll be a link up in the cards, in the description and pinned in the comments. So the only other thing to note is inside the Cerebus, there are some little trim pots that you can tweak. So the only thing I did was I changed the voicing to 0%, which gives us more like a distortion character to the overdrive sound as well, which helps us get much closer to the original that we hear on the guitar tracks. Now, being one of the early albums from the Strokes, it's got quite a lo-fi sound throughout the record, especially the guitar parts. It's almost muffled sounding in a way, but there is still definition there. So let's break apart the parts that we actually hear. So, the main riff that we hear, there's actually two guitars playing for the heavier parts, and then it goes to just one guitar playing for like the verse part. So we have two guitars. So for the one guitar, I was on the middle pickup and playing up at the 12th fret, so like. And then actually when the heavy chords come in that Nick plays, there's also a double-tracked guitar part, which is playing the root note of the first riff on the beat and then the open E, so it's going like. All of the Albert Hammond Jr. parts are on the middle pickup, except for in the solo, I go to the bridge pickup where it's playing the chords underneath these, just to give us a slightly brighter sound. So they are the same settings for all of Albert Hammond Jr.'s parts. And then for Nick Valenci's parts, the only thing I did was pull down the gain a little bit because we've got the humbuckers pushing it a bit more. So let's first isolate Albert Hammond Jr.'s parts. I'm going to pull out just that weird riff where you're playing the bass note as well first, and then we'll just pull out the rest of the track, which is the normal riff, and then all the little parts as well. So the settings of the Cerebus by Anasounds for Albert Hammond Jr.'s parts are like this. So the only thing to make sure of is we're in the middle pickup on the S Classic just for most of his parts, and then when it goes to the solo, which Nick is playing and we're playing the chords, we just go to the bridge and then back to the middle for the rest of the song. So Albert Hammond Jr.'s parts isolated from the intro song sound like this. You'll see the settings of the Cerebus by Anasounds on screen as well. So now we're going to look at Nick Valencia's parts. Again, I was using my 1958 reissue Gibson ES335. This was fitted with Monty's low output PAF style humbuckers. Because these aren't P94 pickups, which are kind of like P90s, I had to bring the brightness up a little bit and the gain down just to try and get closer to the tone that we hear on Nick Valencia's guitar parts. So for all the parts throughout, I'm just on the bridge pickup of the ES335, and the overdrive settings stay exactly the same. So the settings on the Cerebus for Nick Valencia's parts were like this. So now I'm going to pull out Nick Valencia's parts from the intro song so you can see and hear exactly what's going on without all the drums, the bass and the vocals getting in the way. Again, you'll see the settings of the Cerebus on screen for the different parts as well. So there we have it. That was a look at how to sound like the Strokes on the song Reptilia. This is such a classic song. I really wanted to get it done, and having that multi-track that I found online really came in useful because it's always nice to hear it with the original drums, bass and vocals just so we can truly see how close we're getting those tones. I was quite happy with this one as well. The Strokes have always been a really big band for me, and trying to get those lo-fi distortion tones that we hear on those early records was a lot of fun, and I think the Cerebus by Anasounds really nailed the parts. Again, if you want to see my full demo of the Cerebus by Anasounds, there'll be a link up in the cards, in the description and pinned in the comments. Let me know down in the comments how close you thought I got to the original song and any future How to Sound Like videos you'd like to see me do. There's going to be affiliate links in the description to every piece of gear I use through this. These do help support the channel out further, so I'd really appreciate it if you check them out. So if you did like that How to Sound Like video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe and hit the little bell notification for me as well. It really does help me out a lot, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. Other than that, go onto my channel, check out some of my playlists. I have plenty more lessons, covers, gear demos, How to Sound Like videos and anything guitar related. As always, I've been Harry and thanks for watching.